the fellas who are being kidnapped, all the fellas, the people who are being cheated as from job scam. Here, I don't want to divulge too many things. One of the mission that I do in my life is also to share knowledge. People need to understand that we need to ensure that the data coming in, going out, it has to be checked and fighting with the cyber world. I mean, we are the good guys, lah. Put it that way.
I know you're working with some key people. I don't want to say who and all that. I leave it to you to whether you want to
I
disclose or
think
not.
if the government is going to organize another AI summit in India, no, I'm not going to go because the scammers use, we call it donkey account.
Okay.
So donkey account is like all this revolutionary technology and innovation. That's as much how the bad guys are going to use it as well against us. Hey, you know what? It's only 1 hour, no?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all viewers of Unfriendly Company. Today in our podcast, we have a special guest. He is my good old friend, my classmate during my MBA times. We studied together, and now he is running his own company. And we would like to know more about that the company that he's the field that he's into, and furthermore we want to know how important that particular technology is in everybody's life, whether it is in business, whether it is in your personal life, how much of your information or how much of protection that is there. For example, like if you have your house, you have your fence and everything, you have those kind of protection, but we never give importance to the most crucial part, that is the devices that we have. And that's what we have the guest over here, Dr. Prakash Christiansen. Prakash, welcome to the podcast. Hey
Hi,
brother.
you know,
Bro, how are you?
I'm good. Finally, it's nice to see you again virtually. We used to go coffee in the shops and used to, be
Yeah,
in
during
front.
college times.
Yeah, but what I think 20 years now we didn't meet. So
It's been
yeah,
a long time.
thank you so
I,
much.
I actually have been to Malaysia a few times, but I couldn't meet you. I have been meeting all the others. I've
Probably
been
I
meeting
was not. Probably
Shankaran.
I was not here because I do a lot of travel, regional work in our company.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I've been noticing your growth also in LinkedIn, and also I've been even we tried a few times, connecting, exploring, and all that. But I
yeah,
was not more into that area that you're into. So I'm giving it the floor to you to talk
yeah.
about what that area is. I just gave a hint to people, so I leave it to you.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Vinod and Arun. Thank you for this session. I mean, I'm glad to actually. I agreed to you, Vinod, because one of the mission that I do in my life is also to share knowledge.
Hmm.
In the past, my first company before I sell the company off, it was a training company, and then of course the revolution took place. So about 2014, I started this company. After our MBA, I took a break a bit, and then
Yeah.
yeah, then since then we've been organically growing in
And
Malaysia.
what is your company into? That is the question.
Yeah, so I'm trying to word myself here. I don't want to divulge too many things. Uh,
Yeah, I know. I know.
so we are in a cybersecurity business. We do a
Yeah.
lot of mitigation and fighting with the cyber world. Fight. I mean, we are the good guys, lah. Put it that way.
You're the cyber warriors.
Yeah, you can say that. You can say that. We have.
Yeah, I know you're working with some key people. I don't want to say who and all that. I leave it to you to whether you
Yeah,
want to disclose or not.
I think when we had our offline conversation, you know roughly who we were
Yeah,
working with.
correct,
Yeah,
correct.
we have a command center here. We are kind of like stopping about 3 million attack a day at average. Cyber
Hmm.
attack from various continent. We have
Oh,
intelligence. Almost all the country in the world. All, I mean, literally all. We have our own infrastructure built in Asia Pacific, in all the critical countries. It's a server that we own, but it runs anonymously, just to stay ahead of the curve. When I say the curve, it's like, the hackers and the hackers, the scammers, the
Mm.
the AI threats and the cyber threats, everything are always ahead of the curve. So for us to be ahead of the curve, we need to build infrastructure ahead of the curve as well. So,
Okay.
my company basically, we have invented some technology which uh, stops the attack automatically without the need of human being. We don't have human. I built this company in the mission of to remove the human in the equation of the business.
Wow. Okay.
So that's my mission, and successfully we're doing a lot of work, but my company doesn't have many people. We have less than 20 people only in our company.
You're not creating Skynet, right? Like the Terminator.
We're building something. We're up to something now. So from cybersecurity, stable business, we have clients across Asian continent. We have about 9 countries we're supporting now. HQ in Malaysia. We have
Hmm.
we have an office in Night Street, South Africa.
Hmm.
Our command center works. Uh, I mean, basically, totally 100% automatic. Now we are into AI. We have five own algorithm that we have created for
Hmm.
forensics. We do a lot of investigation, a lot of investigation.
Yeah, I know. I know.
People people come to us. I mean, businesses and key personalities come to us to do forensics, and we do a lot of rescue mission as well. When somebody gets compromised, we go in to help them. So we are more like a back end guys, lah.
I
So
know.
so that's the business part. On individual capacity, I do a lot of awareness talk to children, especially. So my little sweet spot is although businesses we are doing, but I'm
Yeah.
more into helping the kids, those
Mm.
children who are being extorted or ransomized when it comes to cyber world.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I do that for my peace of my heart. So
Yeah, I understand.
yeah, so that one I
I think
do.
that is very important also. For, I mean, Arun and we are all parents as well.
You'll be
We have
surprised,
our kids.
the
Yeah.
amount of children are being ransomized,
Hmm.
the amount of money they are paying out by the parents is crazy, because these kids, they don't know what they're doing in the social media.
Hmm. When you say kids, what's the age group they're talking about?
So we're looking at children's at the age of like 9 to 15.
Oh, okay. As young as nine, huh?
Yeah, as young as 9, and these people and these children's now exposed to dopamine, we call it. So this
Ah, mhm.
human brain crave for dopamine.
Correct.
So
Correct.
those days, when during our days, we know our dopamine was when we passed the exam and we
Yeah.
did good
Go out and play
marks,
football, cricket, something.
football.
Yeah.
That's dopamine creation for us. But now
Yeah. Yeah.
dopamine is like when somebody like your post, that's dopamine.
The social media, the kick
The
that you
tick,
need.
the scroll, the comment.
Mm.
So that injects the little dopamine to their brain, right?
Correct.
They
Correct.
go to so this female, mostly female kids, they love
Mm-hmm.
this dopamine.
Mm.
So they go extra mile for the like extra mile, and then you have these predators. I call them predators. This
Status, yes.
pedophile,
The pedophiles.
the pedophiles. These guys hunt
Mm.
them. So when they hunt them, they're not just hunting them, right? So there are two motives. One is they ask money, and second is they
Mhm.
ransomize to get more pictures, more videos.
Ah.
Eventually, they are stuck, right? And then so they are into a bondage. So this bondage is what
Mm.
reduces their educational growth, their life growth,
Correct.
emotional
Correct.
growth. All this goes down. So I do this type of awareness talk. If is there any opportunity, I just do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That
I
is
put a
very important.
condition that I don't talk. I will talk free. I won't charge you, but I want the parents to be in the session.
Yeah.
That's my condition, lah. So that's a bit of personal life.
Correct. Correct.
So
Mm.
business is that, and of course I keep track of what's happening in the global scene. Even recently, the AI summit in India.
Yeah, yeah. You want to talk anything about it because it's been a big controversy. Because if me and Arun we talk about it, we'll be called as anti-Indian, anti-patriotic, whatever. So
I
we
was
try to avoid
scared.
the topic. But
But,
you're outside, right? You're from outside. What is
yeah,
your view of AI
exactly,
summit?
man. I mean, like, I'm the third generation. My grandfather from Tirupati,
Mm-hmm.
Andhra area. So my grandfather from India came to Malaysia and then gave birth to my mom and my dad. Both mom dad's side is from India,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the
You're
second
the third generation.
third gen. So
Yeah,
I still have the roots to India, right? Like something happens
yeah,
bad there, I just get pissed off, because we are Indian.
yeah,
Only we help us.
yeah.
And when I saw the Indian AI summit, I was like, wow, this is massive, man. Because I've been to Moscone Center, RSA conference. I've been to LEAP conference in Saudi Arabia, and I've been to almost all the big high tech conference. How
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
done. And of course, I didn't have a chance to go to the AI summit. I wanted to go, but I had some other prior commitments. So my friends went. I had a Swedish friend who went there. I had a Hong Kong client who went there, and I even had somebody uh, from Malaysia who went there. Few. I mean, we had this community, right?
Yeah.
So my Swedish friend went there. He flew back the same day.
Wow.
He was pissed off because he bought a VIP ticket, uh, and he was in the queue with the rest of the guys. And so much of the AI summit, apparently, he was like blasting to me, right? I said, "What the, all the bad words, right? Sorry for my language, guys."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. We'll bleep it out. Not,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And he was telling like it's an AI summit, and there was no AI element at all in the registration counter or even from the
that's what I
point.
heard as well. Yeah.
So, apparently,
There was no Wi-Fi as well on that first day. There
he
was no
didn't
Wi-Fi.
know because he didn't go in. He wasn't able to go in. So
Mm.
he took the flight and he came back. But apparently, some of the challenges that he met was encountered was the food. It was so hot. Of course, East India is hot, right? Like it's fine. But
Yeah.
if you organize a big time conference, right, you need to think of all of these things, the
Correct.
infrastructure, logistics. Uh, Apparently, he has to walk so far to the conference, so there's no like a buggy
Ah,
or stuff like that.
ugly and all. Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I don't know the truth behind it, but this is what I heard with him, right?
Mm, mm.
And yeah, and then it was still manual for an AI summit, right?
Correct, correct.
And of course, after hearing that, and then the big blunder did by the university.
Oh my God. Yeah. Golgotia
That
University. That
was
was
massive,
crazy.
man. I mean, like they took those AI robot, the dog robot, and claim it to be theirs. I mean, this is the thing, right? Because I've been in the startup situation before. So
Mm.
those people who have high hope coming to this AI summit, they hope to look for investors. So VCs, I mean, I invest into technologies. So when we go for conference, despite we want to buy something, we also see potential in companies. So I invest into organizations, right? So all the startup company, I invest in many companies. So this refrain the opportunity for these boys who have hope to meet somebody. And because of this blunder made by the university, the whole perception of the conference went down to the drain.
Uh,
For me, from not being in India, but for me as a citizen in Malaysia, when I read the news, oh my
mhm.
God, it
Yeah.
doesn't give me I'm not going to go, even if the government is going to organize another AI summit in India. No,
Mhm.
I'm not going to go because you know it's it's
First impressions matter, I think.
it's patent, right?
Mm.
Something happened before, it may happen again. So why you want to risk
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Because it's all flight ticket, hotel ticket, all gone waste.
Correct, correct. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that's my thoughts about it, right? Like, and even I saw some of the forums, the stack forums.
Hmm.
Those guys who had their display items were gone missing.
Yeah, yeah.
So we even saw that, and then again another side of the paradigm shift you want to look,
Hmm.
is the competitor organization or competitor country. So we have here China, we have the US. So when
Correct.
something happen in India, they take this opportunity to further amplify the damage
Mm.
because they don't want India to be great.
I
So
know.
you may have keyboard warriors,
Mm-hmm.
influencers, paid
Yeah.
ones,
Mm-hmm.
further tarnish the image of the conference because
Correct.
the
Yeah.
superior forces, India and the China,
That is
Yeah.
right? So they don't want to be in power. But in reality, in India, we have so many beautiful technology. So this
Correct.
really like shadowed the whole opportunity for.
Actually, a lot of companies who had genuine tech, they lost that opportunity, isn't it?
I was in last February. I was in Dubai. I went for the GITEX conference. We had a very big
Ethics,
booth there. I think you saw
yeah.
my post, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So at one, so they had 18 halls. We were the hall
Mm-hmm.
five. So in
Mm-hmm.
our hall, we had the Indian pavilion. One
Ah, okay.
half of the hall was Indian pavilion. No, so I started
Wow.
looking around. So many tech company were there, and sad man. I mean, like the Dubai, the GITEX didn't give enough visibility for Indian companies because
Mm.
all they gave was like a booth, a word,
Mm-hmm.
a company name, and that's it. If you go to
okay.
Yeah.
Holland, if you go to Sweden, if you go to other country pavilion, you have the flag, you have the product, colorful backdrop.
I think as per the budget of that pavilion owners, right? It's up
No,
to you
man.
how you want to. Maybe
No,
it was.
no, no, it was
No.
not because when I can share some pictures I took there. The
Mm-hmm.
individual country pavilion
Mm-hmm.
was different except India. We never had a Indian pavilion. I don't know.
Mm.
So I don't know
Mhm.
whether it's the organizer messed it up or I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not assuming or giving an assumption of anything.
Yeah.
Observation. When you travel around
Correct.
the world, you start seeing stuff, right? And then you tend to see like, hey, what's going
Yeah.
on? Is it because the India as the organizer screw up the
Mm-hmm.
opportunity, or it is just that we don't know? I mean, I don't want to assume anything.
I know. I know. Yeah. But ultimately, whether you are in Malaysia, US, UK, whatever, that Indianness is always there in us, right? I mean,
Of course, man. I
when
mean,
we
see
see that.
the top leaders are there. You can see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I remember during our MBA class, this is you were also there in that class. Remember, I don't know whether you remember this. There's this group of Chinese students. They were doing this presentation about India. This was during I think 2005 ish, I think. And then they were talking so much bad, and then I and a few of Indians we started to raise. You were there. All the Malaysian Indians, everyone was raising their voice. What you haven't? You're not covering the facts, and it became an
You know,
argument over there. And
that time, we know Chinese was not the dominant country.
Hmm.
The China government was sending the students away from China to learn technology and to learn stuff.
And
So
come back.
Correct.
what, during that our era time, they were
Mm-hmm.
literally going out, extract information, and come back to China.
Yeah, in our classrooms, there are a lot of Chinese
So
students.
many, man. Do you know
Yeah,
some of them are billionaires now?
yeah, I know, I know.
Massive, man. I mean, like, I'm like, shit. I should have.
But one thing I noticed, they were all proud of their country, and they always want to go back and do something for their nation.
I don't know how true it is, man. I mean, I feel like, okay, I was not born in India, so I don't know the sentiment, but I feel the sentiment in India, people who born and raised there, they study hard to get out of India. I don't know, is that true or not? I don't know
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
It is,
it's
it
true.
is,
It's
it is,
true.
it is a dream. Parents, when they say that my son is in the US or in Australia, they say with so much of pride compared to saying my son is in Bangalore or Mumbai.
You know,
Let's say they have two sons, for example. One son is in the US, and let's say one son is in Mumbai, for example.
it's a merit in the shoulder.
The son on the US is always talked highly than the son who is in Mumbai. This is typical. I'm
Even
not
though the
saying
Mumbai
all Indian
earns
families are like that.
more money, right?
For money, yeah, of course. Ultimately, it's about financial benefits, and then to be in this developed
But I think,
society.
but I think that is becoming irrelevant, becoming non-relevant now, because the U.S. Trump is chasing out the not only Indian migrant but almost
Yeah,
all the country migrants. He don't want aliens do that.
That is a bit different, Prakash. That is legal and illegal. It's like, for example, I applied for a US visa. I mean, for a business visa. I have a US business visa. I applied properly with the proper documentation. I stood in line. I went through that process, and I got that visa. Now, when I see somebody jump the line and cross without following that process, and he is already in ahead of me, how will I feel?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Where I'm following the rules, and whereas 10 people are jumping the line, and that's affecting me.
yeah,
And the same thing I'll tell my experience when I used to come to Malaysia. Earlier, Malaysia used to give free what you call visa on arrival for Indians.
yeah.
Then they stopped it
Even now.
because yeah, even now they stopped it. I remember it ran only for 1 year, I think.
Wow.
And I remember also one time I was traveling, I was coming into KL. There was one Indian guy who came and asked to fill the form for him and all that. And I felt bad for him and I said, okay, I'll help him. I was asking, okay, you are from, he was from Ranchi in India, from part of North India. And I asked him, okay, where are you going in KL? He doesn't know where. Who are you meeting? He doesn't know who.
Really?
Nothing, no details. And the immigration officer saw that and he asked me, sir, don't help him. Please, you have your visa, please go ahead. And I couldn't do anything because I feel, in one way I feel bad, but at the same time I feel because of him it is spoiling our name as well. And then after 1 year they stopped the visa on arrival. Now you can get visa on arrival if you have a US visa, or if you have some kind of funeral you need to attend over there, then on special cases Malaysian
Mm.
government gives. So what I'm saying is, because of these actions of, I'm going to say, fellow Indians who use the donkey route to go to the US. So people like me and Arun, if we want to apply for a visa and go for a genuine conference or genuine, they'll always look at you in with doubt. Okay, is this
Yeah.
guy
Because of
really?
those other irresponsible guys,
Exactly, exactly.
impacts all.
We can't do anything about that.
Have you heard of about a
No, no.
Finnish guy?
Do
No,
you
have
know?
you heard of a Finnish guy or a, what do you call, a French guy trying to do illegal immigration? You don't
You
see
know when
that.
I went in Saudi,
Mm-hmm.
in Riyadh, they
Mm-hmm.
thought I'm from India.
Ah,
When I produced my Malaysian passport, they usually like, "Are you from Malaysia?" I say, "Yeah."
yeah,
He,
yeah.
despite me showing him Malaysian passport, he asked me again. No,
Mm. Are you
so
Malaysian?
yeah, yeah,
That is different value. I know that. I know that. I have an uncle. Same scenario. He was in. I think he was in Doha. At the time, you have that driving license. You can convert the Malaysian to the Doha one without any test. And Indians, you have to go through a test. He went to the driving officer that into the cabin, and he was asking for. He said that guy thought he was an Indian. He said, "Yalla, yalla, yalla, out." He was saying like that. Then he was saying, "No, no, no, no." He said, kept saying, "Get out." Then he immediately took out the Malaysian passport. He showed it. Moment he saw Malaysian passport, he said, "Please, please come in, sit down." Totally changed. This is a Malaysian
I
Indian.
don't know, man. I mean, like, it's perception, right?
Correct, correct. So I think all this AI summit, which was supposed to boost our name, has also spoiled it.
Big time,
And
big time.
yeah, and even me also, Prakash. Earlier you and me, we have tried about we had discussed about cybersecurity and all that, right? So I used to explore this scene actually for almost like couple of years. The problem in India, I have been trying to push cybersecurity solutions in India. The first answer when I tell them the threat, or what they say, when it happens, we will look at it.
So
Yeah,
how is
it's
the
very.
adoption in
You know,
Malaysia and or how is the adoption of cybersecurity generally in Malaysia?
yeah, yeah. So like,
Is it?
yeah, so I'm coming to that actually. Basically, so in Malaysia we have two major problem, right? Which we are
Mhm,
tackling. We tackled it already. We tackled it. So the
mhm,
adoption of cybersecurity is great. Is massive. I mean, like, the government pushes a lot of initiatives, budgets for
mhm,
organization to embark on cybersecurity. So almost 15 years ago, the prior minister pushed for this compliance initiative. We call it the
mhm,
ISO 27000 initiative. So
mhm.
that raised the wave because ISO 27000 is a information security management system audit. So because of
Okay.
that, right, one of the major hurdle that organization have to go through is the cybersecurity compliance. So because of that, there's a lot of
Mhm,
awareness start taking place, right? And of course, Malaysia realized that our GDP need to be enhanced not only on agricultural but also in other sector. So the government identified tech sector is one of the major sector for our national contribution. So today, if you see, fast forward, right, we have major data centers are here.
Mm-hmm.
Google,
Mm,
mainly the top Fortune 500 company DC are here. So that
mhm.
give the ecosystem to run, right, for tech companies like us to survive and strive. Now, in terms
Yeah.
of the adoption, like Arun, your question, right, is very high, Arun, because we had another problem popped up, right? Because our internet penetration rate in Malaysia is more than 98%. That means we're
Oh.
talking
Wow.
about 54 million people here
Mm-hmm.
legally registered, plus X amount of millions who are not registered and immigrant. But
Mm-hmm.
98% of the registered citizen, the internet penetration is successful. That means almost all the Malaysians are exposed to internet. All the Malaysians are exposed to technology. Okay. This open up a new problem for the cybersecurity scene lah. Because
Yeah.
the more exposed you are to technology and this IT, right, you are
Mm-hmm.
more vulnerable. So you start carrying this this stupid thing here in my hand. I call it stupid because this device makes people stupid, right? You
I
stop.
See, here in India, I know one media company. Okay, they have been there was some ransomware attack, and they were asked to pay some lump sum
Yeah.
money, but eventually what they did is they don't want to pay. They said that we will lose our media content. Their past 10, 15 years recordings, so all those things that those people have hacked. So
Okay. So
instead of paying the money and getting it back, they
They
Wala,
decided, okay, let's burn it.
yeah.
yeah, actually, it's not a good practice to pay the hackers because
Mm-hmm.
by you paying, you're giving them sign that you will pay again.
Yeah.
So it's
Also,
You're
always
giving the leverage.
yeah. Also, as Vinod said here, the adoption is very poor in the private sector. At least in the government sector, they are pushing for that because they want all the
so now the private sectors are pushing for it because the data leak is happening at a crazy level of high. And then
Mm.
second was we are close to this golden triangle of Burma, Thailand, and Vietnam. So above
Yeah.
Malaysia, you have Thailand, Vietnam, and this is the
Correct.
world number one scam HQ.
oh,
Correct. Correct.
World
Yeah.
number one now.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I
Almost
know.
all the fellas who are being kidnapped, all the fellas, the people who are being cheated as from job scam, they work
Correct.
as scammer in this golden triangle.
A lot of Indians as well. A lot of Indians are also there.
Not only there, now
Mm-hmm.
in Hyderabad is another ring scam. You have,
Another one is West Bengal, Delhi and West Bengal as
yeah,
well.
it's massive, man. I mean, like, uh,
Mm.
those call centers used to work in India before,
Mm-hmm.
converted their business becoming a scam center because the
Exactly.
infrastructure is the
Yeah.
same. And of course they are scamming not the Asians but the Europeans, right? So
Correct.
the scam centers are massive, and this caused problem for our country. almost
Mm. Yeah.
almost all Malaysians get somehow a call from a scammer, almost all. So like for
Correct.
me, I can identify the scammer, right? So what I will do, I will just
Yeah.
talk to them and as from entertainment, I'll give
Mm.
them fake information, fake stuff, and eventually they'll find out, right? Because the moment we waste their time, they just hate it because time is gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
because of that, the adoption is very high. We
No,
want to
even
stop.
they do that, what do you call that? Digital arrest.
Mm.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that? That has become something big. Many people, even there is even a bishop in
And people
Kerala who
believe it.
got
That's the thing.
a
Like
bishop in Kerala. He got scammed into a bishop in Kerala, and he ended up paying a few lakhs, say, because he thought he was in a digital
he was
arrest.
he
It
was
makes no
arrested
sense.
digitally, right?
Many
Yeah.
doctors.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, the amount of ideas these guys create to scam people is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened recently, right? In the recent days, our government, we have one ministry called as a multimedia commission, MCMC. So
Mm-hmm.
we tend to work with the telcos, telecommunication providers, and block all the scam numbers from the ISP itself. The
Mhm.
second initiative we have, should there be any scam victim, right? from a cybersecurity and cyber resilience perspective, we have an agency called as National Scam Response Center. So anybody gets scammed, we can call them and complain to them, and then immediately they will block the account number and the related account numbers, so the money don't go out. They freeze.
Oh,
They
okay.
freeze the account. So your chances of you getting the money is very high. Of course, the scammers are very intelligent. Sometimes they
Mhm.
make the money disappear fast. But if you're fast enough and you realize that it was a scam, the
Mhm.
moment you report, the next thing you know, their account has been frozen.
So
So
what is the window, hours of window that you get
within
to
24 hours.
24 hours? Oh, that's pretty good. I
Yeah,
thought it
yeah.
was like 2 or 3 hours or something. Okay.
So within 24 hours, we need to take this action.
Uh,
Yeah, and then
okay.
the worst thing is the scammers use, we call it donkey account.
Okay.
So donkey account is like students who studies in the university. They go to the
Mm-hmm.
bank, they open a bank account, and
Yes.
then they will rent that bank account to the scammers.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so they get like monthly like $200 as a rental
Oh,
fee.
okay.
So the scammers use their account to scam people and make money payment to that account.
My,
So it's a side
that's
hustle.
crazy. Yeah.
So I hope this podcast won't give idea to many students to do that.
I was a student there in Malaysia, right? I never had this kind of
Hey,
thought or whatever.
we never thought about this, right? But trust me, man, there are so many
Man,
mule account, lah,
yeah.
mule account. This mule account is not, they're not a scammer. They just borrow. They borrow the account to scammers.
Borrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a different term. Okay.
Borrow and you get a fee every month. Okay, well. So now the
Yeah,
police,
it takes care of your expense. Yeah.
so now the cops, if you report a scam case, right? The cops
Mhm.
actually catch the guy who borrowed the account.
So the student gets into trouble.
Yeah, yeah. So now the students are a bit scared, but sometimes
Hmm.
desperate situation, people still do it, man.
Yeah, I know, for that extra beer or to pay the rent. We
Hey,
don't know.
thousand ringgit is big money. It could be somebody's
Yeah,
salary for the whole month.
true, true, true.
So
Yeah.
we still have that poverty level is quite high here as well. Although
Mm,
bulk
mm,
of the population is, we call it the middle range, but we in Malaysia we have this something called as a B40. Those
mhm.
people who earn below 2,000 ringgit, and we call it the
Oh, okay.
poor people. So it's
Okay.
quite high in Malaysia. Hey, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
The cyber risk
Yeah.
is crazy, man. I mean, like, it's
Yeah.
madness.
So, but the cyber adoption, is it across also into the hospitals, education sector? Do they also adopt this?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow,
So
that's
now,
impressive. That's
now,
impressive.
so now, what's happening? In the past, it was cyber security adoption. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we're talking
Mm-hmm.
about two areas here. One area was the awareness area, where we give awareness to people on the importance of cybersecurity, adopting to processes, adopting to technologies and tools. I mean, I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to be centric to any specific brand here, but so long
Yeah.
if they adopt to some kind of technology and process, they are good to
Mm-hmm.
go. The second is the compliance.
Okay.
So the compliance is another area. So these hospitals, MNCs, private sectors,
Mm-hmm.
they tend to adopt to these two areas. They tend to
Okay.
train the people, and they also beginning to spend money on
Yeah,
solutions.
that is the question. That is the question. So when the companies, or let's say a hospital or a college or a university spends money, do they have the option to claim it from the government, like anything like that?
Um, it's very subjective though, because
Mhm.
there are initiatives, but for training, yes, for training, we have something called as a human resource ministry. So under the
Mhm.
human resource ministry, we have an agency called as a HRDF, Human Resource Development Fund. So so in Malaysia, the law is any company with more than 10 employees,
Mhm.
the employer need to contribute 1% of the total salary to this
Okay.
fund. However, this fund does not belong to the government. It belongs to them. So the
Okay.
employer need to use this fund to train the employees.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting. I think Arun, we don't have that, right, in India.
We have CES.
We have
That's
we
for
have
something
PF.
else.
We have PF contribution.
CES
We have
is
the India
there,
side. Says
but that is for
Yeah.
something else.
So
something
what?
else, but
So
not
what?
for this. Yeah.
Business like us, what we do, we register our company to meet all the requirements to become a training provider. So my
Mm-hmm.
company, or we also have the license, right? So what we do when we talk to our client, we tell the
Okay.
client, hey, look, you buy our solution, no problem,
Mm-hmm.
but we
Mm-hmm.
also emphasize you to think about the human capital. So what we tell, you got money here, right? Why don't you use this money to train the people to be more
Mm-hmm.
aware of the risk resiliency?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's on the cybersecurity part. So,
Yeah.
like you asked a question about our government initiative, right? So we have
Yeah.
our Prime Minister, Dr. Sri Anwar. We call him PMX, Prime Minister 10. So he is pushing a lot on AI,
Oh.
artificial intelligence. So our country is going on a transformation process now. So
Mm-hmm.
the agencies and the government agencies are pushing a lot on AI initiative, digitalization,
Mm.
using AI to enable business, using AI to get the data more efficient and make decisions faster. So more AI is going on now.
Yeah, yeah. So you are in that cybersecurity space. Like, who do you think are the countries which are the leaders uh, in this area, who spend a lot of money,
You
who
want
are
you want the, you
really,
want the, you want the dark truth,
yeah, if you
or
can,
you want me to be political here?
if you can be very open about it, that'll be
Okay,
great.
I've traveled to many countries. I lost count actually. Um, far most. I mean, the far. I was shocked to even hear how they implement cybersecurity was not US,
Not US.
not US.
Okay.
It was only two country impressed me the most. Number
Hmm.
one in my list was Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Okay.
Number one for me.
Okay.
Okay.
I was shocked how they uh, handle cyber security. And I mean, let me ask you a question. Have you even ever heard Saudi Arabia organization have been compromised?
No.
Have you,
Not in
have
my
you,
knowledge.
have you heard any mainstream media Saudi Arabia has been compromised?
I
No.
don't think so. I
That
never heard
says,
of it.
that says that enough of them, right?
Ah,
Second is China
okay.
in my list. And
Hmm.
the rest of the countries, yeah, they are there. I have no
So are
comment.
you so you're saying that China is really focusing on cybersecurity a lot,
It's not
in a
about,
good way or in a bad way?
no, it's not focus, Vinod.
Hmm.
It's about how they see cybersecurity. Because cybersecurity is not about solution, no.
Hmm.
It's not about a product, no. And it's even not about the people. No, it's not about that. It's about the governance, how they actually structure the country
Hmm.
to look at cybersecurity. That's the key here. When you have
Oh.
the structure, when you have the governance, the policy, and the direction is right, game over. Nobody can mess with them. So that
Mm.
structure I saw in Saudi Arabia. That
Mm-hmm.
structure I saw in China, which was correct. How they
Hmm.
handle the pipes, I mean the internet pipes, how they distribute the internet to the people, how do they control them? I mean, this is what matters the most. Let me give you an example, right? Like Malaysia. Let's take
Hmm.
Malaysia as an example. If you
Okay.
want internet, you can go to Starlink and buy it. If you want internet, you can just go to any telco and buy it. Are
Correct.
they making sure that that internet that this you're subscribing clean? Is the pipe that we're getting, is it clean or not from intruders?
Oh.
It's like water, no, we know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You got a water supply from the main water people giving you water, right? Can
Uh-huh.
you drink the water? Do you dare drink the water or not? No,
No.
because you know the water got germs. And same in
Correct.
my house. I have water tap coming in. I don't dare. I still have
No.
water filter and all those other filtration
All the
systems
gadgets will be there. Yeah.
before I drink the water, right? Because I don't trust the public
Hmm.
water coming in. So it works the same for internet. How
Hmm. That
much
is an
garbage?
interesting point. I don't. We never thought about that, right? We just take the internet as it is. We don't think about. We just trust it, and we put all our information data
Yeah,
out there.
yeah, exactly, man. I mean, this is it. I mean, this is how I see cybersecurity, which I've been preaching to
Wow.
many people, but many people fail to understand that. I mean, many people think that, oh, I want to spend like X amount of millions of dollars, hoping
Mm-hmm.
that I'm safe. No, bullshit. It's not going to work. Spending money is not going to help. You need to have a
Mm-hmm.
plan. You need to have a structure. How you want to safeguard the nation. I mean, we're not talking about a company here. We're talking about the nation because the nation consume what you give,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
that is true. That is
So
true. So,
that's where you should start.
so when you're saying cybersecurity, I think this is one topic we have been discussing past few weeks about regarding one work we are
Yeah,
exploring, right? The the data protection. Mostly people talk about data protection that is in data in
that's old school. That's old
that
school, man.
yeah, data in storage, right? But people don't talk about the data in transit.
Transit, no. So the future is about mitigating the data in transit because I give you an analogy for the viewers and listeners to understand easy, right? Just say you have like two location here,
Mm-hmm,
location A, location B, right?
mm-hmm,
And you put a pipe to give water to this A to B.
mm-hmm,
Now, what happens normally is you have a dam here and you have a storage here. So often people will say what? Hey, make sure this dam doesn't have any holes for the water not to leak out. And then make sure that the storage have enough water for people to consume.
mm.
Make sense? And then
Correct.
these guys, and then what happened? The dam owners will say, "Hey, I'm going to put some medicine into this storage place. Make sure the
Mm-hmm,
chlorine is there so that
mm-hmm,
the algae doesn't form."
mm,
And then this guy will say, "Hey, yeah, yeah, I'm going to do the same thing, right?
mm.
Okay, cool. This particular data and storage, two
Yeah.
places transferring data, and they're just caring about the data is not compromised." Now think about this, when this data is transferring, these pipes are underground, no.
Yeah.
So what happens? One guy dig a hole, break the pipe, and put another connector and steal the water.
Yeah.
First situation.
Yeah.
Second situation, he dig a small pinhole and
Mm-hmm,
inject poison.
mm.
So what happened to this storage? This guy
All.
sent, this guy sent clean water,
Mm-hmm.
goes in. Halfway, one guy inject a poison. This guy collecting poison water. So what happens?
Yeah.
This particular storage
Compromised.
is drinking poison.
Correct. It's
Same
compromised.
thing. Same thing in
Yeah.
the IT world, man. Data in
Yeah.
transit is very, very important. People need to understand that we need to ensure that the data coming in, going out, it has to be checked.
Mm.
What kind of malicious activity are happening there?
So what do you foresee in the future? Let's say in cybersecurity, from a layman's point of view, which are the areas do you think we have to focus on protecting? Of course, our devices are there, but besides that,
Okay, so the future is going to be a bit different now, in my opinion, right? So
mm,
now with the AI is revolutionizing things.
mm,
And then very fast, very quickly, in my opinion, AI will die.
really,
Yeah, in my opinion.
okay, that's a bold statement.
That's my opinion, right? Because now if you want to build AI model, you want to be in AI, you need to have compute.
Hmm.
So compute is a big problem in the world now. You have only like several companies producing chips and GPUs.
Yes.
It's causing nightmare disaster for people to adopt AI because even tomorrow, if I want to buy an H100 GPU from
Hmm.
Nvidia, it's going to
Hmm.
take me half a year at least. So those guys who own this infrastructure, these guys are naming the price. So this
Okay.
is going to create a big problem in the future, right? Because hey, compute is if you want to cook something, you need to have a gas, right? And if
Hmm.
the gas is
Hmm.
expensive, are you going to cook?
You will
Correct.
not think about it. Yeah, correct.
Good theory, right? So
Yeah.
my opinion is this, right? Yes, AI is enabling people, correct? But end
Hmm.
of the day, those guys who are reaping the AI users are those guys who own the data center. Not good news. So my personal opinion, without degrading any companies in the world, my personal opinion is quantum computing will be the future. So quantum computing is like times 1,000 power you're giving to a compute.
Hmm.
So quantum computing suddenly will be so resourceful, so available out there that
Mm-hmm.
people find GPU is useless.
That's true.
Okay. Okay. That
Suddenly,
makes
AI
sense.
model will revolutionize to become something else. I don't know what is it, but I
So
know,
you're saying AI is going to be a bridge for us to reach from point one to
yeah,
point two.
I feel AI will have a burst in the
Mm-hmm.
future where
Okay.
this burst will literally outrank AI existence, and the new innovation will be quantum. That means
Wow.
if you want something, pop, you get it now, and there is no need for modeling because modeling is still slow, right? You still need to
Mm.
train the model and you still need to do stuff with data. What happens if there's no data? You need something more, much more intelligent, right? So
Yeah.
I feel maybe we have 5 years from now to play with AI. Maybe 5 years down the road, when quantum become available, I heard China is producing a quantum model going to be free for public.
Wow.
When that
Okay.
happens, right? Heck, man, what is AI?
That's yeah. It's a scary situation as well, right?
Yeah, and people even now, if you see, we know, maybe half of the world population or maybe more, are still clueless about AI.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
people know is AI is ChatGPT.
That's they just equate to ChatGPT. Exactly. They don't know what else is happening. Yeah.
It's nonsense. AI is different, right? AI is compute. AI is it's a thinking model. It's
You're
a
actually creating a brain in a
Yeah,
sense.
we call it the cognitive thinking, right?
Correct.
So you're creating a brain, a cognitive thinking model for any type of use case,
Mm-hmm.
and that are limited by processing and compute.
Hmm.
So you don't eat, you can't live, right?
Yeah.
So where the food? Now my question is, where's the food? I want to
Wow.
think, but I got no food.
Wow. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
need a. So now, quantum computing will be what? No. Suddenly, you put a human in a jungle full of fruits and food. So there is
Uh-huh.
no scavenge of processing. Suddenly, food becomes so cheap.
Prakash, this AI is actually empowering the hackers, right? So now they will be supercharged to
Not for
destroy
long. Not for
systems
long.
and all.
Not for long. They,
Not for
as
long.
much
Okay.
as the human benefit from all this revolutionary technology and innovation, that's as much how the bad guys are going to use it as well against us. So when we talk about the good stuff, remember equally the bad stuff are also there. So it's a war. It's a yin and yang,
I know. I know. Yeah. 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 I
Bec-
understand that.
because the bad guys find the loophole first, then the good guys come and fix it.
It's like Tom and Jerry, Arun. Tom and Jerry
Yeah.
cartoon, right? The mice never get caught by the cat, right? So the mice is the hacker, and the
Yeah.
and the cat is people like us, right? So we are always behind them, but cannot override them. Always. It's going to
Correct.
be like that forever and ever.
And they will always find new ways to come up with new ideas and all that. Wow,
Absolutely.
this is really interesting, Prakash. And I mean, it's very eye-opening,
Yeah.
to talk about this because many people don't understand the value of cybersecurity, the importance of what AI is. Like you said, when people say AI, it's ChatGPT. That's
Yeah.
it.
Exactly. You go and ask
Yeah,
like common people, right? Just take a survey, right? Just walk in the street, ask 10 people, hey, what do you know AI? I'll be surprised,
mm,
even like 5 people can tell you what is AI. They're going
correct.
to ask you like AI, is it a food? Maybe they don't even aware of
Mm,
what is AI, right? Because we're in the tech world. Common.
yeah, yeah.
So if you see the pyramid, the
Hmm.
80% of the humans are actually non-tech, they're consumers. Only
Mm,
20% are the tech guys. So we all
correct.
tech people, we understand the stuff. If we not
Yeah.
our mother and our sisters and brothers who are not in the technology world, they're going to say
Hmm.
AI.
Hmm.
Who cares, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's also the mindset also. Do you want to be the consumer or do you want to be the producer?
Yeah.
So this is a theory that is there in the business world. Do you want to be in the consumer group, which, like you said, which is a bigger chunk, and the producers who are the big players in this, who leverage it,
Yes. Yes.
who create the value or make money, whatever it is. They are the producers.
I mean,
So,
if the consumer realize the power of this innovation, they can
mhm.
become contributor. But the problem is nobody realizing how to leverage this opportunity.
Hmm,
Like
hmm,
Jetson, the NVIDIA CEO said, that for the next 10 years, right, this is the
hmm,
only time you make money with AI. He said that with a purpose, no, because he knows this thing will
hmm.
break.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I just have one question on this. So when people talk about AI, right, there is a typical question, uh, job loss, that jobs are going to vanish. What do you say to that?
Um, my
Is it a
answer is
reality or a myth?
no lah. For me, it's a myth lah.
Is it?
It's a myth. You know why? Because you see, let's talk about industrial revolution. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
human being were designed to evolve. That's our DNA. You know,
Mm.
we are not. The God never designed us to die. God designed us to revolutionize. So
Mm.
for the fact that you are in India now, I'm in Malaysia, we're talking like we are side by side. Have we ever thought this like 30 years ago? No.
No.
There's no way, man. We have to fly there physically, right? So
Yeah.
that means 30 years ago, if we had this same discussion and say, hey, you know what? One guy invented Zoom, we don't need to
Mm.
fly out and then we can talk. So does that mean airline company going to die? No.
Ah,
It's the same dialogue now we are having. Is AI going
correct.
to take away human? No, because the human will evolve how to stay relevant in this new innovation.
Hmm.
How
Okay.
many people, in factories, they use AI, they use machines, right, to
Mm-hmm.
minimize the human being. Now, what happens to the humans then? The humans yeah, they lose job, but are they going to sit in the house? They still need to eat, right?
Yeah.
They still need to serve as a father or leader of the family to feed their kids, or the mother, leader of the family to
Mm-hmm.
feed the kids. Now, this
Mm-hmm.
father and mother will think, because God gave us brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will think, how can they innovate themselves to be part of the ecosystem? So people
Hmm.
are going to die. People not, yeah, they may lose job, but they're not going to die. They will evolve. They will strive because human have evolved all these years and never get extinct. It means
Hmm.
for next 1,000, 2,000 years, if the world still exists, human will still strive and evolve and innovate. Maybe we work for AI lah. I don't know. Something AI cannot do. For example, physiotherapy. Can AI do
Yeah.
physiotherapy? No. Can AI do head massage? No. Can
It
AI
might crush your head.
exactly, man?
Malfunction.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Plumbing,
can
electricians, all those
technology
jobs
give
will be there.
emotion? No, not yet, at least. So yeah, that's my answer, man. I mean, it can be
Wow.
very, very contradicting, but this is my thoughts.
Wow. That's of course everyone has their opinions, their own ideas and thoughts. But this is very interesting. Arun, anything else you want to add in? Anything? Any questions you have?
No, my thing is, are you using AI in your cyber
Yeah,
security space?
yeah, we
So
are we are using AI in extensively.
okay, so
Extensive level. So our guys are all self-trained, and we send them for training. And so these guys literally do the model on their own, based on use cases. We don't simply build models.
mhm.
We build models to solve problems for us, which helps our customer. So we have forensics AI models, we have data protection AI models, we have even models which are self-learning, to analyze data sets, different use cases. Of course, we can do many stuff, but we don't want to simply do programs which doesn't benefit us.
Yeah, I think Arun, we have to take. There is a business opportunity there which we can take it on another chat. I mean,
Yeah, but
we should take it.
Arun, I need to talk to you seriously. I mean, like,
Yeah, we have.
there's
We'll make
something.
it happen.
Yeah,
We have to talk about the AI and how we can utilize it, because I know, because Prakash, I know for a long time we are also working on another, exploring
yeah.
another project as well. So naturally, with Arun
Our
also, we can
just
make
for
it
your
happen.
information, the box that we have created,
Hmm.
it's a cybersecurity in the box. It can work anywhere in the world. It's a plug and play.
Plug and play. Yeah,
Plug and
yeah,
play, and literally we mitigate threats on the run, data the transit. Little bit
fantastic.
marketing there for my company.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, thank you so much, Prakash, for coming in today.
Yes, yes, we know.
It has been very insightful, because it is not about saying whether, we are not trying to badmouth India about the AI summit or anything like that. We're just sharing our, just a
No,
dialogue to
I think
understand.
it's good that you did this, because at least you are getting an opinion from international perspective. Because
Correct.
we are here,
Mm,
and then we are reading news. We are not there, and then we have peoples and connections with international practitioners, and the feedback
mm,
they gave
mm.
us, I'm just sharing with you. So I hope your listeners, if somebody is there, they can just take this constructively, positively, not
Yes.
to downgrade the topic, but more like, yeah, what these guys are telling, something that can be learned.
Correct, correct. And of course, me, Arun, Prakash will also explore on the AI offline. Let's take that offline and let's
Absolutely.
take it forward. Huh? Thank you so much, Prakash.
Okay.
Really, it's a pleasure. And
Absolutely, it's a good,
you know,
good session, and thank you, Vinod. Thank you, Arun. And
I also say to the listeners, please have an open mind, understand the importance, the value of cybersecurity, because it's not just, especially in the case of India, I'm talking. Cybersecurity is most, they focus only on banking, how secure your banking thing is, but your hospitals, your education institute, everything, even your home, your, just like how Prakash was saying, it's your, even your internet service, whatever it is, that's importance of securing it is very important, right? So I hope that it is very valuable for the listeners, and please continue listening to our podcast. There will be more sessions. I would love Prakash to have come again as a guest later on any other topic that we
anytime,
can talk
man.
about. Yeah,
You're my friend. So just I'm just one phone call away.
done, brother, done, done, done. We'll do that.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Thank you. Bye bye.
everyone.
All right.
Subscribe to the channel, like, and
Yeah.
as everyone says,
Please
come and share.
follow Vinod's page, like and share.
No, it's not Vinod Space. It's the Unfriendly Company.
The unfriendly company.
Unfriendly Company. Just like,
Very unique name.
yeah, just because there is a boring company by Elon Musk, we thought, okay, let's have the Unfriendly Company.
Cool, man.
Thank you,
All right.
everyone.
See you. Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye.
Yeah, yeah.